Java Babies initiative, I might call it. And you might be wondering why we call it Java Babies. The reason for that is that I basically know Manoj Joseph, also known as Joe, from many years ago, and he has started this babies forums for many different technologies like AI, before that cloud and so on. So I thought, yeah, I'll probably uh, take his help to arrive at a name, and he suggested Java Babies. So it's sort of to some extent known to me anyway. So yeah, I just followed that convention. Hopefully, it's recognizable to many of the people who come from those forums. And I wanted to do this teaching for a while now, and I'm glad that I found some keen learners. Thank you for attending. Um, and yeah, I expected when I polled earlier, I saw there was a mix of skill level in Java, so I was not sure how to go ahead. So I'm still, I guess what I mentioned earlier is to do adaptive learning. So depending on people's uh, ability to consume the content, we'll probably fine tune the speed of the lessons. Having said that, I would hope that everybody can spend some time on their own after the lessons, as much as possible, obviously. But I think 1 or 2 hours at the minimum. This will help us, improve our speed and coverage, because there is a lot of things to cover in Java. So yeah, that's my suggestion and request as well. Yeah. Okay. So I guess I wanted to start with a question of, because we're not going to use any IDE, I want to use plain text editor so that maximum content goes to memory. That is one of my aims. So it's not just familiarizing you, but also hoping that you guys it will go to your memory as well and stay there for a long time. So that's why I don't want to use any IDE, but instead use simple text editors like Notepad, VI, etc. So I just wanted to know quickly, which editors do you think you're going to use? Anybody going to use a VI editor? That's Linux and Mac OS based. Or is it going to be Notepad for most of the people? I can see Manus nodding, so that's Notepad for Manus. Anybody else want to share which text editor you're planning to use today?
Not bad.
Notepad, okay,
VS
fine.
Code.
I VS Code, okay. VS Code, okay, it's an ID, so I don't know if it'll make it easier or difficult for you, but yeah, let's see. I guess if you use it a Notepad, then it's fine.
Okay.
If it acts up and tells you to add this plugin, or set up that project or XML files, etc., then maybe might get distracted, and you might consider coming back to Notepad. I am currently using VI, but also as a side project, I think I'm going to start using Emacs soon. I need to do some basic Emacs, because I think Emacs is more powerful than VI. So I'll try Emacs next time. Today I'm going to use VI, and I'm using a Mac system, so I have the terminal which looks like a Linux terminal, so I'll be using that. For those who have Windows, I think you can use CMD and then Notepad. I guess those two should work. And I'm assuming that everybody has Java 21 already. Is there anybody who does not have it? I think that doesn't know. Okay, so I think first do a couple of we'll create a directory called Java Babies. So please choose a directory where you want to store all our sessions work. So yeah, I'll probably give you guys 1 minute to create a directory called Java Babies. So let me name it I'll try to use the chat feature. Is there a chat feature here? Java Babies, very simple name. Yeah, so I've pasted the name of the directory. Please create a directory called Java Babies. And I guess give me a show of hand once you've done it, or a thumbs up. I know that JP is traveling, so JP, yeah, please go ahead. Don't worry so much today. And anyways, you are an expert in Java, so I guess much of today's lesson may not apply to you, except for the great contribution which I'll come to soon, JP.
Sure, sure. I
Okay,
will
Manas.
follow up. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, JP. Manas has given me a thumbs up. Is there anybody else who gave me a thumbs up? I did not notice. Okay, I see it on Tapender's screen as well. Rakesh, Rajesh, need your thumbs up on creating the directory called Java Babies. And this is just to also assert the fact that this is going to be a lot of hands-on. So yeah, just that's why I'm starting with creating some directory. Cool. So everybody has the same uh, uh, directory structure. And I also want you to now create a subdirectory called session01. Today we will call it session01. Session 00 was the polls that I gave you yesterday. Today is session 01. And so this is another directory which I want to create under Java Babies. Right. Yeah, please everybody help me to create those subdirectory. And in the meantime, I think I'll quickly share my Java experience. So I've been working in Java for more than 15 years now. I think I'm good at programming and I'm very good at programming, you can say, and good at Java. Still not expert level, or you can say super fantastic, not there yet. Hence, I'm hoping that as part of this session, these learnings, I will probably claim myself to be an expert by the end of this tutorial as well. I mean, this series of sessions. Yeah, so that's my ulterior motive, in case you were wondering. Okay, so I've worked on many projects. Let me recall. So back in 2009-10, I had worked. Sorry, there's another. Purushottam has just entered the meeting. So, Purushottam, can you see the group chat? I can't hear him. So, yeah, probably will come back to that. So, my background is basically in Java for more than 15 years. Back in 2009, I was working on application to do some back office and middle office static data maintenance, data interface enrichment of files, and messages. Then I worked on a lot of risk projects and the market risk for Standard Chartered. Then I also worked on some front office projects like pre-deal trade analysis, as well as FX derivative risk, both at Standard Chartered. I also did some structured derivative pricing projects at Citibank. More recently, doing some EFX trading software backend services mostly at Spark Systems. And yeah, that so worked on a lot of projects. You can say from back office, middle office, front office, but mostly in the finance domain. So I guess I might throw in some exercises or labs which are related to some of the finance terms, but don't worry, it'll be hopefully very simple to start with. Anyways, Purushottam, can you hear us? I think his audio may not be that great. Okay, so that's my Java experience, and uh, I guess I wanted to jump into the homework, the experiment that I sort of presented to the group. And thanks, JP, again to take it to the completion, and that gives me a very solid example which I wanted to share in this forum. Okay, let me share my screen, and then we will look at that solution that JP and his daughter provided, and then we'll talk about that for a while. Okay. Oh, okay, I have some security issues, so Okay, I am going to share the screen now. This is for the lack of whiteboard, I chose a Google Sheets, and the title is EMC square. That is our first experiment. So this is the worksheet provided by. Uh, so this is the work done, or rather contributed, huh? Contributed by JP's daughter. So I just wanted to know, and the title, I guess, or the work that we wanted to do was EMC square. So where the caret basically means raised to the power of 2. Yeah. I hope everybody is able to see the screen. Maybe I'll increase the font a bit. Hmm, you zoom it. Yeah. Okay. Anybody who's not able to see screen, let me know. All right. So the problem is quite simple. I'm assuming most of us are from science background, where we might have come across this EMC square formula in our learning. Even if not, I think it's very famous formula, so everybody should be aware. And what I wanted to do is to ask the parent or adult learner like us to formulate a set of steps, which when followed will give us the answer. And then I wanted somebody to give this to a young kid who does not know Einstein's theory of relativity as well as, but he still knows enough multiplication of simple numbers like sub 10, so to come up with the answer. So I wanted to equate this to equivalent in the programming world. So what you will see is sort of a recipe or a set of instructions even. Um, so there's a problem, calculation of the energy for a given mass. That is the problem statement. And then there is a recipe or a set of instructions to follow, which solves this problem. And that is basically, and then there is a young computer, a young kid who computes and follows this recipe and able to compute an answer, which we all agree with. So I guess there are three aspects. One is a problem definition. Second is a set of instructions that solves the problem. And third is the output or the answer. Everybody with me so far? Yeah, okay, good. I hope Rajesh, Rakesh, Purushottam can follow. Good, thanks. I saw your hands, more thumbs ups now. Okay, so I guess what I was saying is there is a problem statement, which will be, let's call this the problem statement. Then there is a recipe and there is a result. Oh, well, in the meantime, there is a like a the recipe, and we talked about computer, young computer as well. So there are four aspects to any problem solution. So I wanted to highlight this because that is exactly what programming is exactly in my perspective. This is what programming is. You have four components to it. You have a problem statement. You come up with a recipe if you already don't know the recipe. So as a programmer, many times you work on a recipe, uh, or a BA will work on a recipe in English, and you will translate that into some other language. And there will be a computer which has very limited capabilities, which means it understands instructions in a very specific format. And once you give it the instructions in that format, it will just go through top to bottom, execute the instructions, and return back to you a number or some state of information that you are interested in and call it a result. Yeah. Anybody would like to discuss this a bit? Anybody like to object or agree or add a more flavor to this discussion or this concept? I guess maybe Manas, maybe you can share a few words.
No, I think you have properly described how we should approach to a problem, and then the if then the logic, how it will be solved, and the output, final result.
Correct. And I wanted to emphasize on the young computer. That's why I sort of took the risk of sharing this experiment, which many people might
Actually,
not like.
I passed this problem to my daughter as well, but she is really we very young, so she is 2 years old.
Okay, interesting.
She still
So I
needs
think
some.
the
Yeah.
so, so I don't know if she knows addition, if not multiplication. If she knew addition, then you could have a different recipe which uses
Yeah.
addition instead of multiplication. Yeah. Again, so that's a good point, Manas. So the programmer's job is do what? Is to translate the requirement into instruction that the target computer understands. That is what programming is basically. Thank you for sharing your thank you, JP, for sharing the success story, and thank you, Manas, for sharing uh, you know further learning opportunity, rather, I would say. So yeah, so it's very important because computers are basically if you leave AI alone, so computers are basically dumb, which means but we have given them capability to understand a limited set of instructions. So um, what is this called? Instruction set. Let's look at what is instruction set. Oh well, not the architecture. Let's see Lenovo. Instruction set is a set of commands that a microprocessor can understand and execute. Correct? So this is what a programmer's job is, to somehow be able to give enough instructions so that the problem can be solved satisfactorily. Yeah, that's essentially what we are talking about in programming, and there are many ways to do that. So Java is just one of them. I hope that's clear to everyone. Or I hope that I have battered the concept that I wanted to into everybody's perspective. All right. So if we talk about Java, there is a way to write it. So I would say int mass, or let's say m, equal to 2, or I can say int, let's say int m equal to 2, c equal to 3, e equal to m into c into c. So the same recipe for Java is, let me call it Java recipe. Yeah, are these steps, and then I shall say in the end print e. Yeah. So this is a high level, slightly inaccurate program in Java that basically achieves the same output. And the computer in this case is, well, we have lots of layers of abstraction. So maybe we call it JVM plus your PC slash Mac slash Linux. Yeah. Right. So in this case, the young computer will be JVM plus your PC slash Mac slash Linux. I guess some other OS also is involved. This is the Java recipe slash logic. Problem remains the same with this guy, and the result should be same. We'll come to that in a bit. Yeah. Okay. So everybody with me so far? Anybody is who has any question? Maybe it's a good time to ask a question. Okay. So I guess there is no question. Then we will now jump to the lab. Is that okay? All right. So I'm going to share now. What is that? Oh, this guy is not going to allow me easily. Hmm. Okay, give me a second. Sorry, just bypassing some security. Ah, not working so far. Okay. I think I might have to. I was using terminal, but I think I'm not able to share my terminal somehow. So, anyways, can I ask everybody to run the jshell command in your own environment? jshell, jshell. Anybody who's not able to do it? Okay. Okay. So let's add a line called int m. Yeah, please add this line, and I'll explain it in a. I guess in a while I'll explain. Um, um, in fact, maybe Manas, if you don't mind, can you share your terminal and then we can work on that and share with everybody? I'll stop presenting now. Oh, but we actually, does it allow multiple presenters? I wonder. Um, okay. Oh, that's good. So we can have multiple screens. So yeah, please press enter, Manas. Everybody, please yeah, look at this. So Manas, I want you to do, let's say we are talking about 5 grams or like 2 grams. So put m equal to 2 and then semicolon. Yeah, enter. So everybody, please follow along. Follow along. Excuse me. Um, anybody who, I guess others, are you able to see the same? What thing? Okay, I think there's a question from Rajesh. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not there yet, but I'm having some issue with the jshell. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Uh, do you want to run a command called Java minus version? What does that show you, Rajesh?
let me check. Unable to look at the Java runtime I'm getting.
Oh, okay. I think because Java is not added to the path, it might seem. Do you know
Okay,
where your Java is installed? We can go to that directory and work there.
let me check.
Go to the Java bin and try the same command there. Manas, can you open another command prompt and run the Java minus version command also? Java space hyphen version. There's a plus button on your command prompt, I can see.
Okay.
In the title. Yeah, I think you can open a new there. Oh, it's PowerShell. I think should work. Yeah, it should be okay. I think you can try. Oh, it's taking some time. Yeah, okay, good. So yeah, you should see something like a Java version printed out with some extra information about the build and the version. Yeah, if you hmm. Can you also run command called echo percentage path percentage path capital
echo percentage path
and percentage in the end also. Yeah. Oh, does dollar work in PowerShell? I wonder. Maybe you can try dollar path.
Okay.
Without the lead. Oh, yeah, I think that doesn't work. Okay, never mind. So we go back to the JShell. Yeah, Rajesh, I hope you are able to locate your Java installation directory and go to the bin.
Percent. Yes.
Oh, right. So if you see the path variable of your system, the first entry you see is the path of the bin directory of the JDK21. That is what we would need for the Java commands to work from anywhere on your terminal. So others, please note. And in fact, yeah, Manas, if you want, you can screenshot this and paste it in chat for everybody's benefit. This one, yeah. If you want, I can do that also. I wonder if screen sharing and screenshots work well together, though.
Oh, maybe I will copy paste it.
Yeah, that's even better. Yeah.
I think it. Yeah, it's work maybe.
Yeah. In fact, what you can do is, let me share a command here. Yeah. Set path equal to. So there is a format where set path equal to something colon dollar path, and so that something will be your JDK's binary folder. So if you execute this command on your computer, then you will basically add Java to your path. Yeah. So I've pasted a format. So the dots you have to replace with your JDK's bin folder. Okay. Right. Tapinder, Rakesh, Purushottam, do you see any issue, or you are able to start the JShell already?
I started my JShell just now. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Anybody else whose JShell is acting up? Okay. Tapinder says it's good. All right. Let's move forward. So we have done the first part. So based on my Excel sheet, yeah, wait, let me change it a little bit. It's still not correct. Okay, I've pasted some. I mean, I've based on the Excel sheet we were sharing. I've added int c. So Manas, please follow along. Int c and then c equal to 3.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't see there. Yeah.
And enter. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then put c equal to 3.
Okay.
Colon enter. Yeah. Okay. Good. Then we'll do e, int e, and then e, capital E maybe. Yeah. Okay. Small e is also fine. And then you do the implement the formula there. Yeah.
E equal to something like that.
Yeah. So I guess we already see from the JShell that the E has been calculated. right? So the jshell has followed our instructions well and given us a result. So yeah, so this is our, can say, almost like a suit. This is actually working code, but yet um, we use jshell here because we wanted to make it much easier. Because Java files are a little bit more prescriptive, so I thought I will start with jshell to give you a feel of the Java language as well as coding your first routine. Okay, so I hope everybody is able to arrive at the result. Anybody who hasn't arrived here, please share. Or who's facing difficulty to arrive at this result, please let me know. Okay, then I guess I'll quickly touch upon what is Java. So obviously, first of all, Java is a programming language. Then Java is strongly typed. That's why we have to introduce, we can't say mass equal to 2. We have to first introduce M or C or E, what type it is. So we call it integer type, and int is the way Java determines whether the type is integer or a floating number versus character and so on. It is object oriented, something that we will probably cover later. Object oriented, what does that mean? Java has a promise of write once, run anywhere, which means a Java program is guaranteed to be compatible with a JVM runtime. And what happens is that various implementers will create Java virtual machines for their target architecture, for their target computers. But they have to comply with the Java specification. So, but yeah, I think it's something great that Java has achieved, basically. And because of its popularity, many vendors, many big companies like IBM, of course, Oracle is there, Oracle/Sun, Azul, Microsoft, everybody has been working on their own versions of JVM. Even mobile phones, even before smartphones were there. I wrote a program in 2003, which was a small Java game which ran on a Nokia, not 3300, I think some color Nokia phone. I remember I was managed to do some coding of Java back then. So yeah, the promise has been maintained, and that's probably part of the success story. It's architecture neutral, which means Java programs are understood by JVM in the same way everywhere, and then JVM does the hard work of translating that into the instruction set that the computer microchip understands. So that's a interesting part. Java program is same. JVMs are written differently, but JVMs are the ones that convert the Java program or the compiled Java program into instruction that the target computer understands. And it is robust and secure, very popular nowadays. Yeah, that's what we basically mean by, I guess that's very brief introduction of Java, I would say. Of course, there is much more material available online. Please go ahead and have a read. Maybe today is a good day, except for Rajesh, who's in the middle of the night. Maybe you can read tomorrow, Rajesh. Okay, then anybody else would like, I need some volunteer. Is there anybody else who would like to share their jshell this time?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, yeah, please share your jshell and we'll do some more experiment of the same program. So right now, until now, we were having very simple numbers, 2, 3, which is targeted for a young kid to solve. Now we'll take a more serious number. Okay, so now we will put, this is fine, no need to clear. So yeah, we'll set C equal to 300 million, which is the actual speed of light in meters per second. Yeah.
Yeah, 300 million. Okay.
Yeah, actually, let's do one thing. Let's put C equal to 300 first. Yeah.
Okay.
Colon and enter. Semicolon, enter. Sorry. And then let's put mass equal to 5, m equal to 5, m or mass, both you can use, no worries. Okay, can you calculate the energy again? Okay, anybody who disagrees with the number? Okay, Manas is nodding he's in agreement. I hope Tapinder, Rakesh, Purushottam are also in agreement. Okay, so Rajesh, please help me set C equal to 300 million as I was asking earlier.
Yeah. I think this is correct.
So this is 3 million, is it? I want 300 million. Yeah. The speed of light in meters per second this time, more scientifically closer to the truth, as the real world application would be. So how many zeros is it? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's one extra.
Okay.
Okay, let's calculate the energy again for the same 5 mass of 5. Yeah, you can just reuse the same formula that you typed earlier. Yeah. What is the expectation? Oops.
Oh,
The number is negative. So the energy is sucked out. Is this? Is the opposite, huh? Negative energy. So that is something I wanted to bring to attention. Yeah. And the reason is that Java int variables are allowed to use, are basically set for 4 bytes, which means 32 bits. Yeah. And out of the 32 bits, 1 bit is used for sign. So which means we are left with only 31 bits. So if you please open a calculator app and do 2 raised to the power 31. Or I can do it on my Excel sheet, I guess. Equal to 2 power 2 comma 31. Let me, so that number is what? It's, let me format it a little bit nicer. It's roughly 2 billion, yeah, if you see my Excel sheet. So the integer number that Java allows can go up to 2 point some billion. And the speed of light, which we calculated earlier, equal to 5. I mean, the energy will be much different. So let's say 300 million. So energy would be 5 times this times 2. So the number that we are expecting has 17, I don't know what it's called. So that's probably like billion, more than billion, almost close to a billion, yeah. So the Java integer does not support that. So there's a bug in our program, yeah. So how do we fix it? We use another data type called long. So Rakesh, please create another variable. Let's call it mass this time. Sorry, capital E energy, long E with a capital E. And we know that Java is skin sensitive. So yeah, maybe put long E. Yeah, long is the type long. Instead of int, we are going to yeah. And then let's repeat the formula and assign it to E. Enter. Now your formula, instead of small e, the formula that you calculated, use the capital E. Yeah. Will it be accurate? Wonder. I'm not sure. Let's see.
should I do the
press
int
enter.
m again? Okay.
No, just this much. Okay, the number is still wrong. Okay, so now let's introduce capital M and capital C. Everything is long, yeah?
Okay.
So can you do long space M equal to 5, capital M, yeah. Similarly, let's do capital C. Put C equal to 300 million. Press enter, and then we'll run energy formula again with capital M and capital C this time. Cool. All right. This looks more in alignment with our Excel sheet. Do you think you can see 16 zeros there? I wonder.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's equal to what our Excel sheet shows us, 4.5 with 17 zeros, or 45 with 16 zeros. Yeah, cool. So there's some, you can say, inconvenience that Java offers because it is strongly typed. So you cannot assume that all your calculations will be accurate, even if they look accurate on paper. So please be aware of the data size, the data input when you do a Java program. So that was sort of our first lab. Excuse me. So yeah, I think we have 35 minutes. Shall we do? I do have two more on hands-on things to do. Is it okay if we continue, or everybody thinks it's enough for today? I think Manas is okay. If nobody else gives me a downvote, then we'll continue. Okay, everybody's okay. All right, so now we can open the command prompt and we can quit the shell jshell. Okay, we can leave the jshell and open another command prompt.
Okay.
And yeah. Okay, yeah, Rakesh, maybe you can share. Continue sharing, I guess.
Oh. You want to, Rakesh, to share?
Sorry, I think I made a mistake there. Anybody else would like to share this time? So we had participation from Rajesh and Manas. Yeah. Tapendra, do you want to do the sharing this time? Yeah, because my sharing is not working, so I need help from the audience here.
I've joined class on my laptop, on my mobile, and then I'm having laptop on the
Okay,
laptop.
no worries.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody else like to volunteer?
Yeah, I will share.
Okay. So I guess what I want to share is the directory where so the two directories that we started in at the start of the program. Let's go to that directory. You can use your Windows Explorer also, no problem.
Okay, let me share.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Manu, do you suggest any book or reference material which we can follow along, like later?
Yeah, I think you did ask to me last time on chat. Sorry, I did not reply. There is a Java tutorial in Tutorial Point. I think that's quite good.
Okay.
And it's like, very organized, and it has the capability to run your programs, at the same time that you learn them. So I think that's probably a very good resource.
Okay.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah. Oh, this one looks like a Mac.
Yes, it's a Mac.
Okay. So can you go to the session1 folder and add a new file there called emc2.java. I'm sharing the name of the file on chat. Please create a new file, text file with this name.
Okay.
Or you can do it from terminal also. I guess we will need the terminal. I assumed you are in Windows, so there is an easy way to open terminal from a directory. You can even open your terminal app at this point.
Okay.
Then we don't need the directory, this Explorer anymore if we work on the terminal now.
Just give me a second.
Tapender, so I've shared the link of, and Manas, I've shared the link of tutorial point. In fact, you can even use that to do some exercise that we're doing now. You know, the next exercise we're doing, you can even use that. I guess from your phone, it might be able to work. Yeah.
I'm on a laptop as well. I mean, I'm running all the
Okay.
command
Okay.
on laptop. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yes, I have created the file.
Okay. So let's.
Are you able to see?
Yeah, I'm
the
able to
screen?
see emc2.java. So, which editor you want to use, Rakesh, this time? Which is your favorite editor?
I normally use VA editor.
Okay, let's go to VI then. Yeah, I also use that.
Is it the terminal is not shared because we are seeing different
Yeah.
screen?
Correct. So, Rakesh, I think you can stop sharing the Explorer and you can share instead the terminal.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so I'm on the sharing that I'm doing, the Excel sheet. I opened a new sheet and I'm basically typing out the content that we will write. So the first line is called public class EMC2, and then there's a space and a opening curly brace. Yeah, please follow along, everyone. I guess I've done Java before already, should be knowing this. So yeah, Rakesh, yeah, please, if you can see the other screen, you can just follow the first line and put it as the first line in your VI editor for the emc2.java file.
Yes. Wait. This Mac is little bit sharing in this is little bit difficult.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
it's
So
maybe
now,
it's an issue with the Google Meet. I don't know. Like it's like.
correct. So when I tried to share my terminal, it was telling me to go to setting, and I followed, but it still did not work. I think it wants me to restart Google Meet, so probably that's why I didn't do it. Okay. I hope everybody else is following the Excel sheet anyways, while Rakesh tries to
I cannot see it.
Excel
It's
sheet.
yes.
Yeah, even
Oh.
I am not able to see that Excel.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Okay.
there is a small icon. You can look there. Public class EMC square open bracket. I can see the Excel from my side. Yeah.
But it's very small, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if we can allow it to be bigger. Okay, never mind. I'll paste it on chat. Huh? So the first line is public class EMC2 curly brace.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
I'll
so
put it on chat one by one. Then second line, I've given some indentation of 4 spaces. So this is called public static void main string square brackets args. Yeah, please follow along. Okay, and then the third line would be where we introduce our variable. Oh, type just once. Yeah,
Is
I
there
think I copied it 2
indentation?
times. Yeah, please add some more indentation. Let's say 4 for first indent, then 8 for the second indent.
You
Then
have
I introduced.
you have given int mass 3 equal to 5 3 times. We have to give that 3 times.
No, that was a sorry copy paste issue. Yeah.
What is the indentation for the final int c 300? Is the same as int
Yeah,
mass?
yeah, same, yeah. Then we do the energy formula calculation. Then we start printing out the information, starting with the input mass, followed by speed of light. And then we print out the result energy. And then we enter the closing braces on separate lines, reducing the indentation. Yeah, let me know if I'm going very fast. So system.out.println mass equal to, yeah. Because I'm not able to see Rakesh's screen clearly, maybe I fall back to Manas to do the sharing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rakesh, maybe you can stop sharing.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, I'm saying just. That is
Mhm.
Is it visible now?
Yes, I can see. All right, let me review your program. Code review. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's good. You can save it, and then we go to your command prompt. Bill, wait a minute. So go back to the notepad. Anybody who, and everybody, please take a look and looks okay to me. Everybody has managed to write this out already or not yet?
Still working on it. Just a second.
Okay. Yeah, I think then we'll wait for a minute or two for others to catch up. Manas.
Yep. What is the meaning of final here? This one?
Yeah, we'll go through after we run the program.
Actually, I learned Java during my college time. After that, I not.
Okay.
I was totally in COBOL and those PL1 programming languages.
Wow. Pascal.
Almost everybody learns Java during their early years, but then due to their work, some people go to administration, system admin, and all some go as DBAs. Those people who are like doing as a developer, they still remain with Java, but other people they move away from it.
Yeah, that's correct. In fact, I learned Pascal in my 11th and 12th class. Totally useless. Okay, anybody who is
Yeah.
still catching up? Or everybody is okay? I think Rajesh is okay now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tapinder, do you want to take another minute?
I'm good. I've done even the output as well.
Okay, great. So yeah, Manas, please switch to the command prompt and go to this directory. Yeah, okay. So we remember the command to compile a Java program.
Java C.
Java C.
Yeah, let's use it. Yeah, and give the name of the Java file that you want to compile.
What was that? emc2.java.
Okay. Oh, it's taking a while. Okay, can you do a dir command? Let's see what happened. Did dir?
Or
Yeah,
LS.
so
LS will also.
yeah, ls for Linux and Mac terminals. So you see there's a dot class file created by the compiler. So the way Java works is that you write a Java program, it converts into a class file, which is also called bytecode, and this is what gets packaged and deployed. And then the JVM has the capability to read the class file and interpret the instructions, and then JVM converts them into your target computer's instruction set. Yeah, so there's extra step involved. So usually, for example, if you had a C or C++ program, the compiler will actually result into a binary code which your computer already understands. But with Java, there is an intermediate step, and this class file is still considered platform independent.
Yeah.
And the platform dependent JVM will basically interpret it just in time, almost, as they say.
Yes.
Okay, so now we want to run the program. Yeah.
Mhm.
So what is the command for that?
Java.
Java.
And what is the argument?
Java file. Not Java file.
The no, name of the class, which is EMC2.
Who? Dot class.
No, just the name itself. Yeah, let's run it.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I think Manas has managed to get the expected output. Anybody else who is not seeing the same?
Yeah.
Rakesh, are you okay? I mean, are you here at the output level?
I had some error. There was some
Yeah.
Okay.
Java is case sensitive, right? So
Yes, correct.
I'm fixing that.
Okay,
I'm
that's
also
good.
having some error fixing it.
Okay, we'll hold on for you guys. Manas, while we wait for others, do you want to convert this, I mean, change the speed of light to 300 million and then try again?
Yes.
You have to say, yeah.
Going to compile it again after changes.
Yeah, you have to compile it again. Yes.
Yeah, minus
So do you know how to fix it?
Yes, long. Mr. Long.
Oh,
I have a
this
question.
Notepad plus. Yeah. Go ahead, Rajesh.
Yeah, so actually I given the file name as emc2 or emc square.java with the lowercase, and the class I have given with the capital E, and it says like the file name should be the same as the class name, something like that. So
Correct, correct. So the format, the casing should match between the file name and the class name. Yeah.
okay, now I fixed it. So just wanted to clarify, is it we need to map the file name and the class name. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Okay.
this possible logic conversion from long to int. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have given int as energy. Okay. Here also long.
Yeah. So this is the beauty of Java. It makes it difficult to make mistakes. Although,
Yeah.
of course, everybody does still make mistakes, but or you can say it catches your mistakes much earlier than production. Yeah.
Yes. Now the
All right. Super. So yeah, I think Manas, thank you for sharing. I think you can share the notepad again, and we'll try to break down the program that we wrote. So guys, yeah, please remember the first two and the last two lines. Pretty much we have to add to every program we write. This is just how Java works. Yeah. So I'll so between those lines number 3 to 8, line number 3 we understand it's basically you have to introduce a variable and you have to give it a type which could be integer for numbers up to 2 billion and long for many much bigger numbers. Still not a decimal number, still no integral numbers. And then final long C, the final word basically means that this is not intending to be changed. So this is to prevent any mistakenly changing the value of C. We declare it final, and then Java understands that rest of the program should not be attempting to change it. So this is again our way of reducing the chances of error. Yeah. And the 3 lines of system out println looks very confusing, maybe for some people. So system is basically what Java refers to the runtime. And then out is basically a shorthand to your output console, and println stands for print line. And inside the bracket of print line, we are giving it some string to run and some variable which we are concatenating to the string itself. So this becomes one sentence, and print line will print it on one line. Similarly, we print speed of light and the energy. Yeah. Okay. I guess I can ask one more task is to, can you print the 2 inputs on the same line? Everybody. So we have written 3 println statements. I want you to use 2 println statements, or by another means, I want to see the output of mass and speed of light on one line in the console.
Okay.
Right now, if you see, it prints in 3 lines, right? I want you to print it in 2 lines. Yeah. Anybody who does not understand this challenge?
Sorry, what is the challenge?
So the challenge is the printout that you have in your program has 3 lines: mass, speed of light, energy. Yeah. So what I wanted to do is to combine the mass and speed of light in one line and print energy. So basically separating input in one line and output in second line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know the operator here. For that, I'm just trying.
Yeah, sure. I think we all learned by trying, so that's anyways the idea.
How did it work?
So just a hint. So the input that goes into println is a string. that we have done so far.
Mhm.
And it is a concatenated string to be more specific in this case. So you can concatenate more strings to it. Yeah. How do you concatenate strings in Java?
Plus.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Something like this. Maybe I will try what will happen.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I need to give one more space or column, something like that here.
Mm.
Something like this. I can try.
Right, looks very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So I just wanted to explain that. So there's a string concatenation happening, and
Yeah.
you can use plus to concatenate multiple strings, and then basically that goes to the println as an input, and it does its job. Yeah. So coming back to the program, Amanas, please share your program one more time. So the first two lines and the last two lines, if we ignore, any questions on any lines in between?
Yeah, here if you told once we are marking one value as final, so program will understand the value will not change. So somehow
Correct.
if we are changing the value after that, I am assigning another value, c equal to something. So
Yeah.
will it consider the first value or the value
It-
which will be assigned here?
Give it a try.
Okay, maybe 20 I will give
Yeah.
here long.
No, you okay, because you declared long C already.
Yes,
Now you
yes. So,
cannot redeclare it as a long, so you have to just assign. Yeah. So basically, there's this declaration of the type, and there is assignment. They're two different steps, but we can combine them as we did in this example for mass.
okay. So
So
maybe
there
I
are
will
two things happening. Yeah.
try compiling it again. Okay. Okay, cannot assign a value to final variable C. Here.
Yes. So that basically again helps you fail fast, fix your
Mhm.
errors early. That's why we used final.
Yeah. Understood.
Okay. Right. So what else I wanted to share today is, yeah. So I can quickly, if nobody has any questions on between lines 3 and 7, I want to explain a little bit more what happened on lines 1 and 2.
Yes.
I'm still working on the challenge.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
getting some errors. Actually, I got
Want to share
the
your screen?
output. Okay, sure. Are you able to see my screen?
No, not yet. Okay, it's coming up. Maybe you can increase the size of it.
Yeah.
Command plus.
Better?
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, I think the error is that you have an extra colon before speed. Oh, sorry, double quote, because double quote you already added before. So
Yeah,
before, you don't
he
need it.
has to remove the double quotes in front of speed, actually.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Speed.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
understand.
string starts with a double quote, ends with double quote, and if
Hmm.
you use it, then it thinks that string ended up just before speed, and then it's not able to compile.
Okay, let me try. Nice.
Yeah.
Huh? Why I'm getting
Okay,
a
great.
okay, fine. Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
No,
You
I
have a
thought
colon and a cola.
colon
Yeah,
and a
there's a
comma.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the desired result. Huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
we can change it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Okay.
Thanks.
So yeah, can you increase the font a little bit more and then go back to your file and I'll try to explain the different parts. Right. So the first word is public, which means this program is available to everyone. Whoever has the file can use the program. Class is basically because Java is object oriented, so every program is basically part of a class. Yeah, we cannot go away with like jshell. We basically did not have to use any class, but the Java programs have to have a class. It could be very meaningless or it could be meaningful, depends on the what you're writing. In this case, we just wanted one shell on which to write our Java program, but it made sense to call it EMC2 because that's the problem we were solving. Second line, and sorry, in the first line, you see the opening curly brace, which basically sort of gives it a scope. That this is the class and it starts after this curly brace and it ends when the corresponding matching curly brace ends. Yeah. Second line is public static void main, which basically is the entry point for every Java program. Like C++ also you have a main method. Um, Python doesn't have. Well, it sort of has and not have at the same time. So main is the public static void main is the function that Java will look in your program when it tries to start it, and as soon as it finds it, it will start executing the instructions. The brace, the parenthesis basically means this that it's a function and the function has some arguments. So in this case, its argument is an array of strings. So the square bracket basically denotes makes it an array. So arguments args is declared to be an array of strings, which means you can pass in multiple strings when you run the program. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it break it. Let's do one more thing. Maybe we use the argument also. Oh no, that'll be. I guess what you can do is you can just. Yeah. Do you want to pass any argument from your method program? Maybe we can pass mass as an argument. Shall we do that?
Sure.
Okay. So let me write a line. Actually, mass does not need to be long. So we'll just use mass as int. I'm going to write a cryptic sentence that you need to replace. In fact, do you know how to add a comment in Java? You just add these two lines at the start of your line and it becomes a comment. So you can just
Okay.
play with that while I write the next instruction. Yeah. So we'll comment out long mass equal to 5 and we'll in fact replace that with the new sentence that I wrote. Yeah, that's fine. You can place it anywhere before the first character of the line. Yeah.
Okay. So only this long mass 5 we are commenting out, right? This line.
Yes, only one line. Yeah. And then I've pasted another line which we will insert. Yeah, below that. Int mass equal to capital I integer dot parse capital I int. And then you will, in the bracket, in the parenthesis, you will give args and then square bracket 0. That means basically we are interested in the first element in the array args. And then the integer dot parseInt will convert that from string to a integer and store it as a variable called mass. Yeah, a lot of things going on in this line.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll revisit it. Yeah, you can put the semicolon and then try to compile.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, this time when we run it with Java, we will enter a mass, let's say 11. Yeah.
Okay.
Space. Yeah. Okay. So it was expecting something first element, which is index 0. It did not find it, so there is some error. So this time we will provide an argument. No, don't change anything. This is fine.
Okay.
Java EMC2 and then space. Give the number representing the mass you want to calculate. Energy for space. Yeah. Some number. Yeah. You can do 5 also. The same number here, just to test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right.
okay.
So this time you basically managed to pass the input from your command line into your and use it as a variable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's try to run it with 2. I don't know, some other number. Okay. So this time, hopefully it is accurate. We now have 17 or 18 zeros after 9. Okay. Manas, have you followed along already? Does your program work
Yes, working.
with the command line option? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. So we'll go back to the program, Rajesh, and I'll just try to explain the line that we added one more time.
Yeah.
So what am I saying is my mass is going to be an int type of variable, and the value I'm assigning it to it is coming from a function called parseInt, which is defined inside a class called integer, and the argument to use is the first element of my command line arguments, which is denoted by args. Square bracket 0 means I'm looking at the first element. So that's a very important point in Java. All the arrays start from 0. So the first element is square bracket 0, second element is square bracket 1, 10th element is square bracket 9, and so on. Yeah. All right.
So
I mean,
can
if you
we
wanted, you could.
also,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, can we also pass the long CS as also an integer, right? Just like that parse integer.
Yeah, I mean, you can even
Okay.
pass it as a long. So it depends on how you interpret it. Yeah. So it's coming in as a
Okay.
string, and and when you're converting into integer or long, depending on. So yeah, let's do that quickly, and then we'll wrap it up. So let's take another argument for C. Yeah. Let's modify the program now. Anybody else want to do the sharing this time?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I guess that's because Rakesh we can't see properly. So maybe Manas, you want to do that?
Yes. So final. No, yes. Long C equal to.
You'll do long. This time you'll say capital long, capital L long. Sorry. Yeah. No, I mean here it's okay. Not here. Instead of capital integer, put capital long here.
Okay, capital long.
Yeah.
Something like this?
But yeah, capital L but small ONG. Yeah.
Okay, long. Okay.
Dot parse long this time. Parse capital L and then ONG small and bracket.
Arguments 0.
So what does argument RGS represent, Manas? I want to ask you.
Arguments. So like from terminal we were passing the values, right? So that is the argument.
So in this program which you are modifying, what are the number of arguments you want to pass?
2 arguments now we are passing.
So
and then okay, so it will be 1, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
So first will be mass and then second will be
for the long C. Yeah.
Understood.
Otherwise, both will be taken with the same value. This,
Yes.
if you give args 0 for both the mass and what is it is in like long C.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
That would be a bug.
2 or maybe 5 something. I will try. Okay. Yes.
Let's give it 300.
300. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So what? Quickly going back to the code one more time, Manas. I'll just try to wrap it up with the final comment. So integer and long are some helper classes from Java, which help you operate between different, which give you some helper functions, you can say, which make it easier to express your intention in the program. So in this case, we were converting strings to the numbers, one for integer, one for long. Yeah. So that's all. It's basically nothing more than that. So don't be intimidated if you see this way. But yeah, everybody, for someone who has never seen Java, this program, although it's very simple, still looks very cryptic. So I hope we are able to break it down for ourselves.
Yes.
Yes. So I guess, Manas, if you don't mind, can you share a screenshot in the WhatsApp group, today's work or something? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So program, this final program, what we did.
Yeah. Yeah. I want a screenshot, not the copy paste though. But you can stop sharing and then put a screenshot. I don't want it to make it easier to people to copy paste. So that's why a screenshot.
Yes, I will. I'm doing this. Snipping tool. Saving it.
Okay. I think I'll wait for Manas to share on WhatsApp group. Anybody has any question for today's session or in general about Java and programming?
I think it's
one-
really
But
to start.
Sorry, I have one question. So we can mix and match with the integer and long, right, in the code, because it's not going to be always integer or
correct.
long.
Yeah, there is some rule. Yeah, there is some rule.
Okay.
As long as it is obvious, it can be made obvious by deduction that what is my intended type. It's okay to mix and match. If it does not become obvious, as we saw in the first two examples, we used int with a big number, it resulted in a negative number. We even later we uh, defined energy as long. Even then, it ended with a negative number because the right hand side it was still operating on the ints itself. So we need to make it obvious to Java that we are looking for a long. So we have to give it some hint. So in this case, the long C was made it explicitly clear that it's going to be a long calculation. So everything was converted to long by Java. But when we use only ints, it does not know the intention, so it only uses integer to calculate. Yeah. So
Yeah.
not straightforward. Yeah, you have to be careful.
Okay.
In
Thanks.
fact, the general paradigm would be, be more explicit rather than letting Java determine things. That's my preference. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Manu.
All right. Then I think I think Manas, you wanted to make a comment or?
Wait, sir. No, so I already pasted our
Okay.
program.
Superb. Okay. Thanks. Then I think I'll wish you guys a good weekend and a good sleep to Rajesh. And I'll
Thank you.
come up with some example for our next session. But I'll try to be more difficult. So yeah, please read and do some more practice. The Java tutorial point is a good place to play around. I think it might work from your mobile even. So you could do during commute, for example. But I'll not send the link on chat because I don't want it to, I want people to do more in the class rather than in the tutorial points. So I've shared it in the meeting chat. Thanks, Manas, for your appreciation.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you all. Bye.